I had a question yesterday about how to brand the audios. So if you're planning on recording an intro to your audios, like for the 10 bonus podcast with your website information, I'm going to show you how to very briefly how to add that to the front of the MP3 that we're providing to you in the members area. So as you can see here, this is a program called Audacity, and it is free, and you can go to download.com, and that is a good place to get virus-free software. It'll actually direct you over to cnet.com, and you can download that to your computer. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and import the files that we need, which in our example would be the intro for the audios that you had made or recorded yourself, as well as one of the audios that you're going to match this up with. So we're just going to go up here to File, and then Import, and then we're going to select Audio. And just for our example here, I'm just going to go ahead and bring in one of the Magnetic Profit Zone MP3s, and that's going to take a few seconds to finish uploading here. And I do want to mention, once I go to export this as an MP3, there is an additional, I guess it's a plugin that goes with Audacity that you are going to need to download to actually save this as an MP3, but I'll explain that here in a minute. I don't personally use this program, so I haven't done that yet. But yeah, I'll show you here in a minute. Okay, so we're going to say that this is one of our podcasts. Now, the next thing we need to do is to import the actual intro. Okay, and maybe you want to go to Fiverr and have this made up, or whatever you want to do. Record it yourself. It's fine. So now we have your intro and we have your audio here. So the next thing we need to do, we need to go up here to the time shift tool and click on that. And what that'll allow us to do is to move these around a little bit. So we want to go ahead and pull this up there, and you'll see that yellow line kind of popping, or maybe you can't quite see that as far as where the video is recording, but there's a yellow line that shows you when it snaps to, and you'll see it here when I bring this over. So that lets you know that you're lined up. Okay, you can see that yellow line right there. So now we have your intro and we have the audio, and if you wanted to go ahead and put this on the back end, you would do the same procedure again. You would need to go ahead and import once again an audio, and then just for our purposes here, we're going to say our intro. Which one do we bring in here? Full mix, I think. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and say this is the same thing that is on your intro. Okay, so you now have your website information up here in the front, and you have it here in the back. Okay, easy stuff. So next thing we want to do to go ahead and save it as an MP3 file is go up here to File and then Export Audio. And I think when you initially use this, it's going to come up with a WAV file. We want to go ahead and save that as an MP3 file. Okay, and just save it wherever you want on your desktop. We'll go ahead and click Save, and it's going to give you this information here. Okay, and if you want to change any of this information, you can. I don't really see any reason to. Totally up to you though. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. And this is the other plugin that you're going to need to get. And I'm saying plugin because that's the best name I have for it, I guess. It needs this file in order to save this as an MP3. So it gives you a download link here. Okay, and we can go to that, and it's just going to take you to a page, and it's going to ask you to go to the download page, and you can download the exe file if you have Windows, or they also have for the Macs down here. So I just want to make you aware of that. It will not save this as an MP3 until after you have downloaded this to your computer, because it works in conjunction with Audacity. And the only reason I'm showing you this is because this is a free program, and that's what most people want. I personally use a program called Acoustica Mixcraft. I've just used it for a year and I'm used to it. So basically that is all there is to adding both the intro and I guess you would call it an extro at the end of any audios that you want. So hopefully that was clear and that this was useful, and pretty simple stuff. If you got any questions, you can go ahead and hit me up either at the Warrior Forum in the thread or at the support desk. Thanks a lot.